I am making chicken nachos. I don't know where my other knife is. Oh, I don't know where it is. I need to chop up some vegetables. I don't know. Is that mine? Nope, that's not mine. Making nachos because it sounds good. Let me prop this. No, I don't feel like propping this up. I have not eaten nothing since this morning. So this is like something quick. Now, I was gonna make a sandwich, but then I changed my mind because I didn't want this. I didn't want these vegetables to go bad. So I got some cilantro. And I like cilantro. So some people say cilantro tastes like soap. I don't, I don't, I don't know about that. It tastes like soap to me. I don't know where people get that. People have weird senses of smell. I have a strong sense of smell because of my mama, I think, because she could smell everything. She could smell your funky underarms, and she could be at her job and smell your funky underarms from miles away. My mama, I think my mama got eagle eyesight too. She could see stuff that I couldn't see. She would wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, hey, you didn't clean around the woodwork. She called it woodwork, but it was woodwork, the base of the floor. You didn't clean around there. I'm like, are you serious? Did you wake me up in the middle of the night to tell me I didn't clean around the woodwork? I thought she was insane. Like, are you serious? Did you just? I gotta go to school the next day. You really woke me up for that? Christ is Lord. You got that right. It's Jesus night tonight. It's about Jesus. Yeah, my mama, boy, she was a menace. She was off the chain. My mama, I had some meat from yesterday. All I'm gonna do is just warm it up in this skillet. Hello, how you doing? Just gonna warm it up, cut it up. Yeah, my mama was a menace. I'm great. How are you doing? Thank you, Jessica. Thank you so much. I'm trying to channel my grandma with my look. This is what my grandma would be looking like on a Sunday. She'd be looking like this. Cut this off. Chicken bones. Yeah, I gotta make these nachos. Gotta make these nachos. Gotta make these nachos. Yes, Cookie. Cause I gotta cook me something to eat. I'm starving to death. I'm just taking some leftover chicken and using that. Cause I don't need to make a lot. I'm just making, just making a little something. Making a little something. Easy peasy. Gonna put this in my skillet. Gotta warm up my tortilla chips. I mean, I'm gonna cook them all in the, you know what I mean. Cook them all in this pan. I don't need a lot of meat. I'm not a, I'm not a carnivore like that. I don't be doing all that. Yeah, I love it too, cooking. I love it. That's why I understand why they be trying to get rid of immigrant people. I don't get it. Everybody love Mexican food. Oh, thank you, by my nail. Everybody love Mexican food. Okay? Just about. I ain't never met nobody ain't never liked Mexican food. And they make the best food. The best Mexican food. Why would you get rid of the source? Why would you detain the source of good food? Them birria tacos, them carne asada. Why would you get rid of people that get the party jumping with the food? You ain't even got to drink yet. All you got to have is a damn good taco, some El Pastor, okay? It's already crack-a-lacking up in there. Ain't even got the drink, the little beer, Corona, what? That's just the cherry on top. And all these people that go to these restaurants, they go to these restaurants and they have a good time, drink it up, salsa, dip it down. They let their hair down, get a margarita, have all this good time, cheering, and then the waitress come back around. You want a second round of salsa? Hell yeah! You want a second round of salsa? Then bring on some more of them damn homemade tortilla chips. And then when you get really into the food, you start asking questions about the chef. You're like, I know somebody, mama back there, chefing it up. I'm on live stream. What you want? You like, I know somebody, mama back there, chefing it up back there, making that homemade salsa. Got that cheese on deck. I know somebody, mama back there. You start asking questions. Are the tortillas homemade? Oh yes, they homemade every morning. Oh, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I bit into it. It was a homemade tortilla. I knew it. These people want to get rid of people that get the party jumping. I just don't understand that. I don't understand. People that work every day, they get up because they want a better life. They get up every morning to go to them damn construction job, whatever job it is. They go to all these jobs, picking fruit and shit for hours. And you gonna turn around and say, well, we don't want you here. Make it make sense. Peaceful. They some peaceful people. I ain't heard nothing really bad about. Did you hear about? Oh yeah, that's off the chain. That right there, the whole Bubba thing. That right there. That kind of activity need to be detained and deported, to be honest. That activity right there, the hell? Messing around with children? Oh, that activity, detained, deported. I know that some of these people out here want to normalize talking to a little girl. They wanna overlook it and say, well, they're of age, or they're teenage girls. They can, talking about they can make their own. I heard somebody say they can make their own decisions at 14. Since when? They got this all wrong. Somebody got this whole conversation wrong. Just terribly wrong. Something ain't right. This conversation is wrong. It don't make no sense. I really don't understand the whole. I want to talk to people that want to talk to children. Why would you want to do that? It's disgusting. It's nasty. Nobody birthed a child for you to mess with that child. That's disgusting and nasty. Hello, Roxy. How you doing? Yeah, he is. Just sick. It's just nasty. They got this whole story all the way wrong. Detaining and removing people from their families. Nobody knows where the children are. That's scary. It's very scary. Not knowing where the children are that are part of these families. It's very scary. Sick. Sick. Ain't no telling what them children are going through. And we don't have no type of Avengers team to go in and find them. We don't have enough of the people that are not scared of the ones detaining all these people to go in and find all these children, all these people. That's crazy. I just don't get it. Y'all got this whole thing backwards. You want to uplift somebody that is abusing children, but then you want to demean and detain people who are just trying to work. They're just trying to have a right. They just trying to have a better life. Can you imagine? You hear about America. You in your mind, people tell you about America. Oh man, you come over here, you can get yourself out of the situation you're in, make some money real quick. They got a lot of American jobs that some of these Americans don't want to do. You get over there, you work with your family, y'all work together, y'all can get houses, y'all can do all this. You hear that and you say that's a dream. Is that easy? Let me go over there and sign up. You get your first little job. You get the first of that taste of that American money. You like, yeah, I'm all in. What you want me to do next? Shit, I do whatever you talking about now. Or you want to go to the construction site? Oh yeah, I do that. Or you want me to do the fruit, whatever whatever you want me to do. And I'm not saying all of them do that. Those jobs. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for the most part, that's who they're going after. They're going after the people who are, I guess what you call day labor people. People who work in the field, work with the vegetables, work in the construction. They're going after primarily a lot of those people, which is sick and disturbing all at one time. I'm so disturbed by it. It just makes absolutely no sense. And these people trying to hide behind the Bible, talking about Jesus and no, Jesus. I know that ain't nowhere in the Bible. I don't be in the church. I don't sit at church service plenty of times with my grandma eating my piece of peppermint candy, and I ain't never heard nobody talk about it's okay to be with children and all that. I ain't never heard none of that mess. I ain't never heard of it. I don't know who started all that, but that's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. You need to go to therapy if you're thinking about children. You need to go to get some help, some clinical help, because a woman, you can find you trying to be with some petite little woman. You can find you a grown woman that's petite and little, or you can find you somebody that look like that. Because you may not have enough, for somebody. But you can find everybody can find you somebody that fits your body. You don't have to go to no children. It's just nasty. It's a sick behavior. And I don't feel sorry for the people that get locked up for it. I don't have no. You knew what you were doing. That disgusting. You knew it. So you know, disgusting. You knew. You knew what you were doing was wrong. Nasty. Nasty, 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 nasty. Just disgusting. And the men that don't do that, y'all need to stand up against the ones that be talking that mess. Be talking, you think they be joking. Oh, Freddie, he just joking. He ain't gonna talk to no child. He just saying stuff. You have to stand up and say that's disgusting. When men start talking like that around you, you need to learn how to be disgusted, not just laugh it off and think it's funny. Cause these people are really thinking that's the way, and it's just not in America. It's all over the world that there are people out there who really think that it's cool to be messing around with children. They think it's okay. They think it's acceptable. Oh yeah, I mean she's of age. Every time I see one of them children, them child brides over in some other country, I get so disgusted. I want to put on my superwoman cape and go over there and lift them up out of there. That's my dream. That is my dream. Every time I see that mess, I want to go over there and sweep these kids out of there, get them out of there. It doesn't make no sense that people are so abusive and disgusting. And you making excuses for it. Like, just nasty. Ugh. It turns my stomach every time I even think about it. Ugh, just so disgusting. God. Horrible. Just disgusting. Everybody need to get on the same page and stop with the foolishness. Everybody need to get on the same page. This is nasty and ridiculous all at the same time. Everybody, ugh. Disgusting human beings. Makes me sick. Ugh. Just thinking about it. Yeah, just disgusting. I don't know. I don't know what needs to change. I don't know. I don't know how to fix the situation. But I think the main thing we need to do. Hey, how you doing, Woo Woo? The main thing to do is start learning how to be disgusted and shaming bad behavior. That's what needs to happen. If we want all this stuff to stop, we want all this craziness to stop, the abuse of children, removing people from their jobs when they doing honest work. There's some people right now doing horrible things to make money that's illegal all day. But you want to rip out and take out the people who just want a better life, not the average criminal that's trying to scheme on people or trying to scam on people or the crazy illegal pharmacist on the street destroying people's lives. Y'all want to concentrate on people that just want something for their family. It makes no sense. Somebody need to reevaluate this whole situation because, as far as I'm concerned, Mexican people are 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 good. They do what they need to do for their family, and they food be jumping. The food be jumping. If it wasn't for Mexican people, would there even be a Chipotle? Would there be a Chipotle? I don't think so. There wouldn't be no Chipotle. If there wouldn't be no Taco Bell. None of that stuff. Even though they don't even own that crap. They are big influencers for it. Chipotle need to be kissing the feet of Mexican people all day long. Better thank God they was making them birria tacos and them El Pastor chicken. You better thank God that they gave you a hint of what my mama called. Can y'all hear me? Tell me if y'all can hear me. I don't know. My mama called and shut up my sound. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can. Let me turn it off, turn it down, turn it up. Okay, let me know if y'all can't hear me. I don't know what my mama calling me. Ugh, this is y'all all. Everybody should be disgusted. A can of corn. Let me open up some. Let me open up some black beans. Let me open these black beans up. Whew, that hurt my hand. Gotta strain these out. Gotta wash off whatever's in here. Okay, so I got black beans. I'm gonna warm some of them up. Now, I got pique de gallo. I got all that. My cilantro. There you go. I got cilantro. Okay. So now it's time to assemble. So I'm going to take this dish right here. And I got some chips. God, I'm starving. Oh, wait. I know this is going to light my stove on fire, but you know what? Take some of this. See? If it wasn't for Mexican people, we wouldn't know what to do with this. You know how many years this Chipotle stuff stayed on the shelf at the grocery store because nobody knew what to do with this? Now people are blending it up and pouring it over chicken and all kind of stuff. People doing all kind of stuff with that. With these Chipotle peppers. We didn't know what to do with that. Mexican people showed us what to do with these damn Chipotle peppers. Okay? That's why you need them. The whole idea that you don't need these people is ridiculous. Everybody should be ashamed. Everybody should be ashamed. Shame of themselves. To allow this to get this far. Okay? Everybody should be a little ashamed. Oh, I'm so sick of TikTok. YouTube. I don't need that much on here because I don't want to pass out. But I need a little flavor here. I'll put the rest in the actual chicken. Give it a little flavor. How will we know? How will we know how to do this? How will we know? Okay, get this going. Oh yeah. Now I need to add a little. I add just a smidge of taco mix. Just a smidge. Well, not a smidge, the whole package, I guess. Then I want to add in garlic. Oh, garlic powder. Okay, I think that is good enough. Some seasoning salt. Okay, so I got that. Now, once my little meat mixture is done, Now I got this going right here. Now, we're gonna lay some chips here because that's what you do when you're making a. I want to reserve some of these chips. I want to reserve some of these. I don't want to go all in yet. I want to put some at the bottom, to get it nasty, get it real nasty like. Oh shoot. Then I got my guacamole salsa. Oh yeah, get this get this party started. But while my meat is cooking, okay? While my meat is cooking, let me tell y'all something. If you were on the wrong side of history this whole time, being a hateful person, hating people because you think they are taking something away from you. If you were one of those people who thought that you were being robbed of jobs and of opportunities because of whoever, I want you to sit down and really, really think about what your belief about that. I really want you to sit down and think about your belief about that. Because if you've been carrying this around in your mind for years, that these people have taken your opportunities, taken your jobs, and all this, taking away benefits that you get as an American person, if you've been sitting with that in your mind for a long time, you need to have a come to Jesus moment. You need to sit down and ask yourself, is it the people taking away your opportunities, or is it you not being qualified for said opportunities? Did you do all that you could to create generational wealth for your family? Did you do everything you could? Are these people really taking away your opportunities, or you did not put in the work to get the things that you want out of life? A lot of people need to really sit and think about that. And if you're mad at the educated people, you also have to be mad at the educated people that's telling you not to get an education. You really have to be upset and wonder, why are educated people that got degrees upon degrees upon degrees telling you you don't need an education? Does it make sense? And they've been telling you that for years, and telling you, why, the reason why you're down and out is because of these people over here. These people have been telling you this for years, and you've been believing it. The reason why you don't have anything is because of these people. But at the same time, you got people cutting out all the ways to lift yourself out of whatever situation. Does that make sense? Does that make sense at all to anybody? That these people are trying to dumb you down? Where you come from? Does it make sense that these people are trying to dumb you down so you are not able to understand what's really at play here? Because to me, it makes no sense to hate on educated people on the right side that wants you to have all these benefits and things, and then the other side of educated people don't want you to know how to obtain these things or want you to want any of these benefits and don't want you to be educated. You have to really look at that and sit down with yourself and ask yourself, did you do all that you could to bring yourself up? Or did you just sit there and listen to these people tell you to blame other people instead of going after your education to better your family life? You have to really sit and really think about that. And I know it's hard when somebody's been filling your head with noise this whole entire time, telling you to just be hateful and nasty to people. And they're even using the Bible. They're using the Bible to encourage you. Using the Bible as a weapon to encourage you to be a horrible person. This is absolutely insane. This is crazy. This is crazy work. And you really have to ask yourself, is this right? Is this the right way? Jesus Christ. Is this the right way? My God. Now I'm going to put some cheese. I learned a little trick here. When you can't get the can open, stick a hole in it. Okay. Wait a second. Ah, voila! Stick a hole in it and the can come open. Jar come open. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little cheese and just drizzle it here on the chip. Ain't nothing worse than getting a chip. Ain't got no cheese on it. You know what I mean? So put a little cheese there. Now let's get to the star of the show. Cause I'm ready to eat and I don't feel like waiting. Now this is just some leftover chicken. As you can see, it's leftover chicken, black beans, a little bit of corn, onion, green pepper, red pepper, some chicken broth, some taco, taco seasonings and whatever. Now we're going to sprinkle a little bit of this. Woo! Woo! Yes. Sprinkle a little bit of that. Now, I'm going to drizzle a little bit more cheese here. Then I'm going to add some more chips. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, getting this party started. Okay, we got some good coverage here. Get some good coverage. Shout out to all my Shout out to all my Mexican brothers and sisters. This one's for you. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit. What you need? Huh? What you want? Well, I mean, I'm making nachos. You want some of this? What you want? Pizza? Let me see what's in here. Yeah, that's all that's in here. You want me to put one in the oven? Alright. So, now, I'm going to sprinkle some more of this on here. You know, so you get a little bit in each bite. Now I'm going to sprinkle some more cheese. Oh, yeah. This is what it's all about. Community. This is what this is. That's why they make food like this. Because it's a community meal. It ain't about being a selfish, horrible person. That ain't what it's about. Let's add a few more chips. You know, because you don't want soggy chips here. Okay, now let's put some more meats on here. Okay. Okay, now I need to drizzle some more cheese on here. I know you like cheese. More cheese? Yes. Yes, you need all the cheese you can get on here. It's going to spread all over. All right. Okay, now I'm going to put this in the oven. At the top. Now, gonna clean up. Oh, now I gotta wash my hands again. Okay, I got the pique de gallo. I got some rice here. Okay, now one of the people here don't want nachos, so there you go. I can't imagine not wanting nachos, but here we are. Now, now I have to wait for my nachos to cook. And I got pique de gallo to go on top. The gallo. And I got a little rice if I want to eat that on the side. But yeah. So we have to do better as a community. We have to do a lot better. Okay, we have to do better because this is getting crazy. We need to be outspoken and speak up for people and really uh, be a shield and protect the people that are most vulnerable during this time that can't go to the grocery store. See, I don't know anybody personally that is, I don't have no Mexican friends per se. I don't know anybody personally, that can't go to the grocery store and can't do certain things. But if you know somebody who is terrified and can't go out and can't do their normal activities, their normal routines, be of help. Don't just be somebody that just stand by and you see bad things happening, right before your eyes. I haven't seen no ICE people or anything where I'm at personally, but if I had a neighbor or somebody that was terrified to go outside, terrified to do their normal stuff, I would do what I can to assist. So if you know somebody that is terrified and can't do their normal routines, be a good servant of God. If you really believe in the Lord calls on you to be a servant of Him. I'm talking about these people that getting picked up for, immigration and their paperwork and all this kind of stuff. The Mexican people primarily that's getting picked up and detained in facilities and their families don't even know where they are. And then the people who are at home who's scared to go outside because they scared they may get picked up by these crazy people. If you are in a position or you know somebody that needs help with their routines to go get normal things like groceries and stuff like that, as a servant of God, you should do that. I personally don't know anybody that needs those services personally. I haven't seen that kind of activity where I'm at, but if I know somebody, I'm going to help them with their whatever, because that's horrible. Not being able to go outside, being terrified because of these people locking people up. Everybody needs to really sit down and ask themselves, some serious, hard-hitting questions. If that was you, would you want somebody come to your job, rip you off your job? Your truck is stranded wherever. Your family don't know where you are. You go to a facility without proper water, food, shower. Would you want that? What just happened here? Would you want that? Would you want that to happen to you? No. Nobody in their right mind would think that that's okay for a family member to be taken away because they're trying to better their life. And for the people who voted for that and voted, to have all this stuff done because they feel like they're missing out on jobs and opportunities, you have to really sit with yourself and really ask yourself, is it those people that's keeping you from having the things you want, or is it you? Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy because you spent years listening to the noise instead of focusing on bettering yourself. Listening to educated people tell you you don't need education. Listening to educated people tell you, oh, these people are the reason why you don't have nothing. And I understand that. I understand you can't do that. But at the same time, if you are allowed to go on a job site and they allow you to work, knowing that you are illegal, knowing that your paperwork ain't right, but they need that body to do the work, then that company should do everything they can to help you secure your paperwork. Bottom line, these companies make a lot of money off the labor of these people, and there's no telling what some of these people tell them. They may tell them, oh yeah, you can work and we'll help you with your paperwork. Lying to their face. You don't know what these people been told. And they paying taxes. And you paying taxes. They paying taxes out of their check. That's the crazy part. You can't? Why not? They the ones that hired them in the first place. They know these people don't have their paperwork. Point blank. They know that. They know they don't have it. But you let them work for you anyway. You let these people work for you thinking that they're going to be safe with you, and you're not helping them get the necessary to close the deal. You're more concerned about their physical labor. And because there may be quite a few of them, in your mind, you like, well, if one of them get taken away because their paperwork ain't right, I just get another one. And then when that one, he work a couple of months and he get taken away, I just get another one. That's the mindset. They the ones that are employing said people. So if you want to fix the issue, then you have to start with them. They can't, if that's the issue of illegal status or whatever, you have to go to the top and say, hey, y'all can't do this at all, period. And you had to start finding some of these companies and say, y'all can't do this. Y'all can't hire people that don't have their paperwork. Because they do good work. They fast. They're very fast, efficient, get the job done. They're early to get the work done. That's value. That's why you want them in the first place, because they fast, they get the shit done. Regardless of language barrier or whatever, they get that shit rocking and done and complete in no time. So there's value there. That's why they want them. There's value there. And it's wrong. It is wrong to set people up thinking that they're going to have something out of this life for their family. And you basically set them up to fail, because you know you only can have them working so long before the jig is up about this paperwork. But you're going to get as much work as you can out of these people. That is wrong. That is terribly wrong. And in the eyes of God, if you believe in God, that's wrong. That's very wrong. There's no other way to look at it. And then the people who did not get what they want out of life, the people who've been living here their whole entire life, that are accusing them of opportunity loss, they got to do a self-evaluation. Because as far as I know, we all went to school. We all went to elementary school, middle school, because it's a requirement. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you are a company and you hire these people to do a job knowing that they don't have all their paperwork together, that's a big problem. In other countries, they may let you get away. Well, I think some of them countries may let you get away for like a temporary thing for 90 days or something. But after that, where's all the paperwork? They will kick you out. They don't mess around. Oh, you ain't got all your stuff together? Well, you got to go. That's why some people got to leave one country, wait 90 days, and go back when they get their stuff together. The system also needs to be fixed so the process is faster. The process is like a snail mail. How can you get anything done if the process is that slow? You got that many people that are working, but the process for the paperwork is very slow. Other countries will put you out. 90 days. You ain't got all your stuff, you gone. So there's a lot of finger pointing to go around. I mean, it's on the individual to understand and get the paperwork, but it's also on the company that hires the person knowing they don't have the right paperwork. That's like you hire somebody to do electrical work and they ain't got no license to do no electricity. But you hire them anyway because you need somebody to do the job. And they may not be qualified at all. And you may let them work forever until the jig is up, until they make a bad mistake. And trust me, there are plenty of people every day doing stuff, working places, ain't qualified to do it at all. Period. And the employer be knowing about it. all day. It just makes no sense to me. It really does not make sense. I know you trying to make sense out of something, and you know, trying to make sense out of it, but it's ridiculous. Nobody should have to live in fear when you gave me the opportunity. And none of us know what they promised these people. Nobody knows what they told these people. Because to me, you don't speak, if I don't speak English and you give me a job to do and I don't really understand the whole paperwork thing, and you say, oh, and don't worry about your paperwork, you're on a work visa. And not only does it cost a lot to live in America, it costs a lot to get a lawyer, understand where to go to get a lawyer. All this stuff can be complicated. Now I could see if a company hires somebody that is illegal and they say, you know what, we're gonna help you with your paperwork from start to finish. You start off with a work visa. And then within so many days, you know, you're going to talk to so-and-so and we're going to help you get, you know, at least some type of permanent status or something. That's all it takes is a piece of paper and a conversation. That's all it takes is a piece of paper and a conversation. But for some reason, that's difficult, and I don't get it. I really don't understand. I'm trying to understand, and I don't understand. Oh yeah, this is coming along. Let me turn my rice up. I got some extra beans. You know? But we're going to have to pray that all this stuff gets turned around and that all of those people get returned back to their families. That the kids are restored to their families. And I do believe things are going to turn around. I do believe that because we've gotten too far ahead of the game here to turn back around. Even the progress with black people have gotten a little bit better here and there. It's not where it needs to be at all. You know, as far as equality and leaving black folks alone. It hasn't gotten to that stage yet. Because there are people who walk around all day trying to control and intimidate black people all the time. Every day. It's an everyday thing. And then, you know, there's people say, well, y'all got jobs and cars and houses and stuff, so there's nothing wrong with y'all. No, there still is some issue here. There's still some issue that need to be resolved. There still need to be some more conversations, apparently. There still need to be some conversations. I really hope that these families are reunited. I hope everybody who has been harmed this whole year, who has suffered, are able to recoup their losses in some type of way and able to believe in the American dream. And I think the American dream is going to be reshaped. It's going to be reshaped into more of an idea of community and sharing each other's culture and love, kindness, and respect. That and free will is the American dream. It ain't the house. It ain't the car. It ain't none of that. It is having free will to live your life how you see fit, to be able to fall in love, be able to raise your children in peace, be able to explore without limitations, have fun, laugh, enjoy. That right there is the American dream. That's the American dream. All right, let's see what we got here. Woo. There goes my nachos. There go my nachos, and I got some. What is this? I got sour cream. I got pique de gallo. Now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cilantro and onions and oh yeah, this is a good time. This is a good time. And I got my avocado salsa. So this is the finished product. Let me tilt it a little bit so you can see, to get a good picture. That's it. You see that? You see that? You see how good that looks? And now I'm going to spoon me some up. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to spoon me some up here. Let me do a little. Mm-hmm. Spoon me some up. Now, I got my plate. I got my little, I wanted some rice. Now, put a little bit of this on there. Put a little bit of that. Put a little bit of this. Oh, yes. And then top it off with some and that's my nachos. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday evening. I hope you be a good person out there in the world and really sit with your thoughts and really think these things through. And trying to be more understanding and see things from other people's perspective. That's very important. And don't always listen to the noise. Dissect things with your own mind. Research and read, because you know the internet lies to you all day. But you know, before the internet, you know what there were? Books. Books. And most of the books that are here before the internet, groups of people, groups of writers, researchers would get together and agree on an idea, on a perspective. Or they would challenge each other and come to some type of agreement and then put it in the book so that it's there for you to understand how these people came to a certain idea, a certain thought. So while the internet may lie to you all day long about this and that, your one source of truth is in books. And before all this stuff going on nowadays, all this back and forth, all this, it's always been a book. There's always been a book to back up this and that years ago. So when you need to try to understand